Every manual super owner out there wants to have a short shifter. Well, finally, A90 Shop and Rogue Engineering came up with this short shifter. I'm going to install it. I'm going to show you how to. Hopefully this makes everything easy for you guys. This should take under an hour. Here we go. All right, guys, so here are the tools you're going to need. That's an 8mm socket there. It's also a 5/16. Also, you're going to need needle nose pliers with a long neck if possible, a breaker bar, and you're definitely going to want to have needle nose pliers with the angle at the end needed to remove and place the clip. Now, first things first, we got to take off the shifter. It's very simple to take off, or so I thought. You'll see here I'm yanking up pretty hard and I cannot get it to pop off. You just got to give it a lot of force. So what I did was I put two hands underneath it and it was able to pop off. There are clips all around the edge of the shifter boot, and there's just basically one center clip or whatever you want to consider that jams onto the shifter there and snaps into place, which will hold your shift knob and shift boot in place. The next thing you really need to do here is you got to remove the rubber boot that's around the shifter. Now that is extremely difficult. I'm not actually going to show you how to do that in this video because I destroyed mine by accident while trying to remove it. So do it however you want. All right, so this video here is showing you where the clip is on the side of the shifter at the bottom. So here we're using those needle nose with the angle to get the clip. Pulled that out, made it look easier than it actually is. It took us probably 15 minutes to figure this out, but we were able to do it, so hopefully this helps you out. Now here's the pin that goes through the shifter on the left side there, actually on the bottom of the screen there. That we can't get out because it hits the tunnel, so there's no way to actually take that out without getting underneath the vehicle. Underneath the vehicle, you just got to take off one of these panels. It's not really a big deal. That's where the 8mm comes into play. Just take off some of these 8mm bolt and this underbody panel will drop down. Now this video I'm going to show you is coming from underneath the vehicle. Just assume you're directly underneath the middle of the vehicle, looking up to where the shifter is here. Once you take that underbody panel off, you can get up in here. Now this silver piece here that's kind of hanging down, hitting the drive shaft, that is the bottom of the shifter bracket. As you can see, there's a hole there. That hole, and there's another one on the other side. Those two bolt up in and hold the shifter in place. So you have to unbolt both of those. Not terribly hard to do, just need some extensions and maybe a skinny arm, but you can get up in there, unbolt them both, and here they are right here. They're actually not 5/16, but 5/16 works. I didn't have the, I think it's E-Torx that you're supposed to have, but the 5/16 fit on there nicely and worked. All right, we're back up top now. Put a screwdriver in there. You got to basically, there's some clips you'll see once I pull it out of here. You spin it and the clips align and then it pops right out. So here is the difference between the two shifters, basically in size and also in length. Now putting the new shifter back in there, there's a couple of bushings here. First thing you want to do is put the new plastic piece that's supplied with the new shifter. Then you want to pop on both of those bushings. We put a little bit of lube on them to hold them in place, otherwise they're going to fall off. Now you want to lube all the way around this plastic shifter clip, bracket, whatever you want to call it. You want to lube it really good around the outside of it and then spin it around here, and you're going to want to get underneath it as well. Use the remainder of your lube on that part. This is very simple. The shifter just drops down in. Basically, you spin it around a little bit here. We learned that when you use a screwdriver for this part, you got to rotate it just slightly and push down, and then that plastic clip there will snap into place. So here you're going to see us trying to play around with it with the screwdriver for a little while. We actually learned that you basically just have to spin it a little bit just to get the clips to line up, and then it just pops right down in and snaps in place. Now that it's in place, back underneath the car here, we got to put that pin in just here on the left side. Got to slide that into place. In your instructions that they send, they have a spring clip and a washer that has to go on there. Make sure you put them on there in the right order. The hardest part of all of this is putting this last pin in. It is absolutely terrible to put in. As you can see, we did not drop the transmission. We did this with everything in the car. We were able to line this up. It is not easy though. Do not get frustrated. Basically, that's where these needle nose pliers with the angle come in so handy. Playing around with it until you can line it up here, and it finally just slips right in there. If I had to do this again, I would say the easiest way to do this is to put a breaker bar, which we have on the left side of the shifter, to push that pin as far in as possible, and then you can slide the pin right down the grooves on the right side of the shifter there. All right, this last part of the video here is just showing you how we're putting up the panels again, just to screw everything back into place. Finally, we're to the point where we can put the shifter and the shifter boot back on. Just line up the shifter, push down on it. I punched it there. Put the shifter boot clips all the way around, push down on them, and then it should be good to go. Test out the shifting pattern here. I go 1 through 6 real quick and then put it in reverse to make sure everything's good. But yeah, this is it. The end of installing the A90 Shop Rogue Engineering short throw shifter.